Hello folks, welcome to the Somnium VR1. We're going to take the black square Piston Duke from Austria all the way to Lugano in Italy. Pour yourself a drink because we're going to have a chat about the Somnium VR1, but we're now going to take this for a beautiful joyride from Innsbruck down into Italy. It's going to be a spectacular flight, and that sounds very loud. Where's that coming from? Oh, hang on. Oh wow, look at that. That's FS traffic, by the way, by Just Flight. So, you know, the Somnium VR1 is made for this kind of thing. I really feel the brightness of that blue sky. And I'm also using mixed reality, and I will show you that from time to time. However, I don't feel it's showing the way I want it to be seen. You know, I'll just show you now. That is what I'm looking at. But annoyingly, it does move around on the VR image. It doesn't do that in the headset. So what I'll do is, every now and then I'll show you it, because it looks so cool and so clear and crisp. And I do have a video on the channel of it as well, in more detail. But it does move around a little bit. So every now and then I'll just show you it, and then I'll take it off the screen. So I'm going to run through the checklist very quickly, and hopefully fairly precisely, he says. So, pre-flight inspection complete, control locks, I've just removed them, seats and seat belts are secure, cabin doors are latched, nose baggage door is latched, parking brake is set, yes it is, landing gear is down, actually, it's not. Electrical switches are off, engine avionics switches are off, engine pressure is in limits, that's there. Circuit breakers are all in, hopefully, because they do pop out occasionally. Cabin press shut off is open, which means pushed in. Alternate static air is normal, and CO detection, which is over here, is in the green there as well. Cool. Love how the zoom spots all work really well in this aircraft. Environmental mode is off. Flaps are up, prop sync is off, yes it is. Throttles are closed, propeller is high RPM, mixture fully rich, trims are centered. Fuel selectors are on the correct tanks, that is in the on position. So we'll now put the battery on. That is here. And put the beacon light on as well. Just thought I'd show you that there. Actually, mag should be off at the moment. And bus volts are 23 volts, which is correct. Fuel quantity is all good. Cowl flaps will now open them up. I think you have to hold them down with this aircraft. All the sounds are bespoke and from the real aircraft. This thing is nothing short of a masterpiece. It really is. I don't know how they can do this with bits of computer code. It's beyond me. Yep, that works. That works as well. So that's audible. Right, engine start from cold. So first we need to make sure the mixture is on the right hand side fully rich. And then what we're going to do is put the boost pump on for 5 to 8 seconds. And then the throttle open. You can see the difference in sound there. Something else I want to show you as well, I didn't show you on my preview, is the pre-oiler. If we switch that on as well for 30 seconds, and all these gauges, to get a better reading, you have to tap them. You know, that's it. The only reason why they've added that in is because they have worked with real Duke pilots, and I bet that's something you have to do in the real thing. And you'll notice how that is climbing. What a great little feature. It's now time, guys, to start the engine. Right then, clear prop. Is she going to start? Is she going to start? No, she's not going to start for us. And this is exactly the kind of thing that I'm talking about with this bird. It really is. Superb. Let's just get a bit more oil flowing here and try that again. There she goes. Oh, actually, you hear that sound there? That's because I was pressing the starter. I was holding it on, causing that grinding sound. So we'll check the fuel flow, which is all good. Make sure everything's coming up as it should do. And we're going to do the same again for the left engine. Let's see if she wants to start for me. In fact, what I'll do is, I don't think I did that enough. I'll just do a little bit more. And even, you know, starting the engines on this thing is an event. It really is. Come on. Oh, look at the shakes and rattles. I friggin' love it. Right, we'll just close that now. That's all good. Fuel pressure is extinguished. Bus volts are where they should be. That's all good. Probably should have done that at that point in the checklist, but never mind, we're doing it now. And you know, that's another thing. It doesn't matter if you do things slightly wrong. In fact, it's good fun if you do, because then you know you might find that things might break or certain things might wear quicker. So it's all part of that experience. Right, boost pumps only on if temperature's above 32 degrees. All good there. Lights as required. Right, well actually we'll put the beacon light on there. Weather radar and avionics. I'll just go to my mixed reality again. Pretty damn amazing, isn't it? Just lean actually the mixture a bit. I love that feature. Oops, sorry. That was the desktop, which you won't see. You'll just see a black screen. But I absolutely love that feature. I really do with this headset. It's something that once you've got it and you go to another headset, you think like, why can't I see my surroundings? Why can't I see my controls anymore? It really does. It spoils you rotten. Anyway, folks, I'm now going to get taxi clearance and get pushed back. And I'll see you at the end of the runway in a moment. I am taxing a little fast here. So before we do take off, I just want to show you part of the run-up process. And we're going to do it here. I'd love to show you the mixed reality. In fact, I will show you a little bit of that. But bear in mind, it's going to move around a bit on the video that you're looking at. But I don't see that in the headset. It's probably moving around right now, but I don't see that. It's really important to understand that. Right, we're just going to do a mag check now. So mixture fully rich. Oh, I can feel the, that's a bit too much throttle there. Feel the vibration there. That is about 150 drop or so. Back to both. And then the left mag as well. That is all good. Very nice. And of course you can do all sorts of checks here as well, which I admit I don't always do them. But really, if you're a competent pilot and take your Duke seriously, which I do, but even more seriously than me, then you can do all that. Sometimes I do that off camera, but as I say, for the sake of the video, you get the idea there. I'm also going to be taking the turbine Duke up to, well, from the UK to the US. So you've already probably either seen that start of that series, or it's coming soon. I'm going to go up to 9,000 feet here. This is so much easier with mixed reality, it really is. And the B key, which is just there. I need to just switch my landing lights on. It's brilliant. It really is brilliant, especially when the pass-through is so high resolution like this. I mean, it's not like retina resolution like that. You know, you still can tell that you're looking through a video feed, but it's more than adequate. In fact, it's brilliant for seeing all your gauges and everything. Right, off we go then. Oh, feel that kick in the backside there. I love that feeling. I forgot to put motion compensation on, but never mind. Oh, feeling the bumps as well. Wow. Can you see that with the H2? And we're airborne. Gear coming up. Whoops, I wasn't clear to take off, never mind. Look at that for a view. Oh my god, that is gorgeous. And the sounds. One thing we forgot to do, and that's just set our transponder to altitude reporting. So we're going to make a bit of a 180 here. Oh, this is just so good, isn't it? Epic. Oh, I can feel it already. This is going to be a very, very spectacular flight. I'm actually intrigued to know of anybody that's watching this that has not bought this Duke yet. Either the Piston, the turbine, or both. Apart from the fact that, you know, obviously you have to spend money. I think both of them together is about £50, which is very good value for what you're getting. Very, very good value. But aside from that, is there any other reason why you wouldn't buy this? I can't think of one single reason. This is right up there with the PMDGs of the world and the A28, you know, Comanche. And in many ways it's better, especially when it comes to the sounds. It's just, I mean, just listen to this again. Anyway, let's do our en route climb. So mixture is at full power, propeller is at 2750. Let's just move that back a little bit. Manifold pressure 35.5, that looks about right. Cowl flaps still open, boost pumps are off. Prop sync now on. Cabin pressure, that's not a factor today. Cabin temperature, I think I forgot to set that. Yeah, I have. Auto heat, that will do nicely. Engine performance monitor. Okay, we're all good there, folks. All is very well in the Piston Duke. And how can it not be when you're in the Somnium VR1? DOF Reality H2, using mixed reality pass-through as well. And soon I'm going to be showcasing a force feedback yoke as well. Goodbye Innsbruck. It'll be interesting to see if I can mount it to this as well. It's a bit of a beast. Right, that'll do for now, I think. We might be able to just clear the mountains. Oh, actually, pitch trim should be on there. That's something that's easy to forget. Nav mode. See if we can stick to 9,000 feet and we'll just be skimming the tops of some of these mountains. Right, mixed reality mode back on. Landing lights off. That's all good there. We can back off on the mixture as well. Cowl flaps as required. We're going to close them now. Whilst looking very intently at the mountains over there, because I think we're not high enough. We're definitely not high enough. But that's fine. It gives me an excuse to hand fly this beautiful bird. Let's just pull them up a bit. There we go. Boost pumps are off. Windshield heat is not a factor. We could put our pitot heat on actually. We'll do that now. That's the wrong one. That one there. Still in pitot. Yeah, that's right. Surface de-ice, not needed. Fuel imbalance, we're all good at the moment. Lean, mixture, we've done that. Although we can do it correctly using this here, which is the EDM 760. Trouble is, I've kind of forgotten how to do it properly, so we'll leave that for now. But, you know, to do it correctly, you need to use this. And that's the thing with this bird. You do need to read the manual, absolutely. And all of these systems, All of the radio stacks, they are working exactly like the real thing. So it's worth keeping that in mind. One thing I don't like, even with Sim Update 15, it seems that it's a little bit too snowy at times. A bit too white. I don't think the Alps are going to look quite this snowy now. I might be wrong, because we are into late May. And to be fair, it is a little bit more green over where we're heading, I think. Look at this, look, wow. But yeah, it would be nice if it wasn't quite as white as this in places. I'm being very picky, as we are. You know, flight simmers, we're the most pickiest bunch on the planet, and we've got everything now we could possibly dream of. High resolution VR, amazing displays, high resolution pass-through, even affordable, I say that loosely, you know, motion rigs like this H2 is about the same as a GPU upgrade. But then we've got things like the Quest 3 and the Pimax Crystal Light as well, which is going to give us some different options, some more affordable options. I think for the first time in a long time, we've now got a VR headset to suit most budgets. We've got the Quest 3, the Pimax Crystal Light. Then if you want to go a bit more crazy, you can go and get the standard crystal with eye tracking, or this beast here, the Somnium VR1, and this has 3 different versions. I'm using the one with the obviously mixed reality capability, so this is very expensive, but it does give you a premium, you know, AAA, like, amazing experience. The kind of experience that only the Air Forces would enjoy only just a couple of years ago. You'd need a subscription model. This is the thing. Yes, this is expensive, but only a couple of years ago, you'd need a subscription for this, a license probably as well. You'd have to, you know, have a business. But now I can do this while sat in my pajamas if I want to. It's just madness. And the VR1 in particular is open sourced. However, of course it's not perfect. It is a very heavy headset, and I'm used to this now, but I must admit the frontal weight of this is very significant, and it feels heavier than even the Pimax Crystal. So keep that in mind as well. Also, you do need a very powerful computer, especially with this headset. There's no messing around with that. Some headsets are more scalable, but the Somnium VR1, to really make the most of it, you do need at least a 4070 Ti, I would say. So, you know, if you're going to get a high-end headset like this, you do need a high-end GPU to go with it. Look at the view here. This is spectacular. This feels like I'm some sort of rich, you know, multi-millionaire in my Piston Duke, having a flight over the Alps, as you do. And, you know, another thing about the Somnium VR1 is the brightness. It just looks so bright in this thing, and a bright summer day really feels like a bright summer's day. Now, I do wonder, because of that brightness, is there more of a persistency problem? Is there motion blur? That is something that I do struggle to detect. I think it's because of my use case scenario. As you can see here, I'm not like yanking my head backwards and forwards, you know, really quickly. But if you did do that, you may see some motion blur. But for my use case scenario as a flight simmer, I just don't notice that, because I'm often moving my head quite slowly. So unfortunately, guys, you're going to have to wait for other reviews on that one from people that use it probably in a race sim or Beat Saber, or, you know, some sort of fast-paced first-person shooter. But I'm just not that guy, I'm afraid, folks. This channel is about flight simulation, and that's what I'm interested in. Anyway, yeah, we've done all that, haven't we? Yeah, that's all good. Engine monitor performance. So just need to make sure that all the T's and P's are all where they should be. I'm quite enjoying hand flying this, actually. Absolutely stunning. If a little bit on the white side. And it's a shame because the ortho imagery is actually really nice. Let me just take real weather off for a minute. So I want to show you what it really looks like. There we go. You can now see the Alps in all their glory with the beautiful colours there. And that's kind of more what I would expect in terms of the snow. They're just on the sort of, you know, peaks of the mountains there. Wowzers. Really, it's thank you to Just Flight and Black Square for this collaboration with this aircraft. It's thanks to DOF Reality for providing this amazing motion experience that I can really feel all the bumps, especially going over the mountains. And of course, high resolution headsets like the Somnium VR1 here. I've had this headset now for well over, at the time's recording, a month and a half, and it hasn't put a foot wrong, which I find quite remarkable. It hasn't crashed, there has been no issues with the software, it's always booted up, you know, no reliability problems, nothing's broken, which you'd expect. It is expensive, but these things are important to report on. Oh, fantastic. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll level out here. And I'm going to go into the back and enjoy the views. Yes, I am. Just take the RPMs down a little bit. I think that's the only thing I could moan about with this aircraft, is we could really do with a headphone simulation. That would be nice. So folks, come join me in the back as we enjoy these beautiful views. We'll get the table out here. Oh, absolutely stunning. Stunning views. We are getting quite close to these mountains though. Yes, we are. So maybe just a quick check of my phone, which I can do on this. That is my Discord, folks. Link in the description below. The Somnium VR1 section is very busy at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to have to take control here because that's not the kind of view you want to be seeing. Let's just get away from this mountain here. Wow. Look at this. Just look at this. It's a real pleasure to show full flights on the channel again because, as I say, it's something I want to do more of. And it's interesting because if you are watching this video, chances are you are a true follower of the channel, because these are the kind of videos, especially, you know, this is probably at least 15 minutes into the video or 20 minutes. If you're still watching this, please just shout out in the comments, say I'm still here, and I will reply back to each and every one of you. I'll do my best anyway, because I do really appreciate it. Because these are the kind of videos where I just know if you're watching this and you're commenting, you're most likely a true supporter of the channel, and it means a lot. It really does. So at the moment, the headset is slipping down a bit actually, because I don't have the proper head strap, and every now and then it will start slipping down because of that weight at the front of the headset. Because of that dual lens aspheric design, it means that the headset does stick out quite far, which means all that weight is away from your face, unlike say the Quest 3, and even the Pimax Crystal actually is doesn't feel as front heavy as this. So that is one trade-off to think about when you're enjoying the full MR version. Now the eye tracking version without MR will be lighter than this. Now, I did try it in Prague, and I can't remember now how much lighter, what difference there was in terms of the weight between them both. So yeah, it's one of those things you don't really know unless you've got it here testing it like I'm doing at the moment. And this is pretty damn spectacular. Really, really beautiful views here. And the Piston Duke is a joy to fly as well, hand fly. just put our radar, weather radar on, because we're going to go back to live weather in a minute. I just thought I'd show you some of these beautiful views here. Look at this! Oh wow! Skimming the tops of these mountains. See there some contrails. That is again just flight FS traffic. But we'll just take the mixture back a little bit here. Everything is looking where it should be. Temperature in the cabin is 21 Celsius. Let's have a look at the iPad. Just again to show you all of the simulation elements here. All the components of the engine, all the systems are, well, it's not a script, it's like a living, breathing thing. As you can see here, it's remarkable how much detail they've added in. I love this little tablet. It's great to see a tablet by Black Square, and fingers crossed they may be able to update their other aircraft, because they've got the Black Square King Air, the Baron, the TBM 850, which is another one of my favourites. It really would be great to see a tablet in those birds as well. Anyway, I think I'll leave it here for this segment of the video. I'll see you on approach into Lugano. Welcome back, folks. I hope you enjoyed some of that footage there. I've just changed to real world weather, and now we're going to do our descent checklist. As I say, cabin pressure is not a factor for today's flight. Cowl flaps are now closed. Throttle has been reduced. Mixture enriching. Do a bit more actually. Cylinder head temperature is looking okay. That's looking good. Ice protection not needed either. So yeah, we're just basically working our way around some of these beautiful lakes here. Absolutely stunning flight this, highly recommend it. So seats and seat belts are secure, cabin, again that's not an issue. Pressure, fuel imbalance is fine. Recog light will now be switched to the on position, which is that, all good stuff. Pitot heat on if temperature is less than 4 Celsius. I think we're right actually, so we'll take that off. Windshield heat is off, propeller heat is off, cabin temp and mode should be in the off position, which it now is. Cowl flaps as required, we'll leave them closed. Mixture max power, which is now set, flaps set to approach. So we're all good. And just to say also that I'm going to start a new series, it might already be on the channel, a ferry flight in the turbine version of the Duke, all the way from the UK, the top of Scotland, through Iceland, Greenland, Canada and into the US. And I may do that series with various headsets, including that of the Vario XR4 and this one as well. I've never known such a crazy time in terms of VR hardware on the channel as this year so far. It's been mental. To think it's only May as well at the time of this video, because I may, by the time this goes live, it might be June. So looking at the weather radar image there, well, we're quite lucky here. We've got 2 different radars to look for, but we'll just go for the next rad because we can see here we've got some light showers around, so we'll just have to be aware of that. The winds are quite light though. So we'll now contact, actually no, we'll listen to ATIS first.
Airport information, Kilo 1200 Zulu. Wind 187 at 8. Visibility 6 heavy rain.
Heavy rain?
Sky condition, ceiling 1,800 feet broken.
That's a bit of an issue. 2991.
Landing and departing runway 19er.
Okay, roger that.
Say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. Do you have Kilo?
We have Kilo, and it sounds like the weather is deteriorating.
Kilo 12.
Lugano Tower Beechcraft
Interesting.
Foxtrot Sierra Golf is 11 miles east 3,900 feet with Kilo to land.
That's why I love flying in real weather.
Victor Romeo Foxtrot Sierra Golf Lugano Tower. QNH 29.9er 1 wind 187 at 8. Fly left base runway 19er.
Enter left base runway 19er Beechcraft Foxtrot Sierra Golf.
I'll leave the mixed reality on for landing as well. I'm just very aware, annoyingly, that it's hard to showcase it the way I see it in VR. You know, just recording VR in general is just so hard. It takes a lot more work. You know, compared to a YouTuber who just shows, you know, MSFS and DCS world on a flat screen, it takes about 10 times more effort to make a video in VR. So we're just under the limits now for the gear. I'm going to try and get in here really quickly because the weather is definitely closing in. Look at the beautiful views. Wow. We're slowing down pretty quick. Get some trim in there. And join me for this spectacular approach. Look at this. You know, I sometimes wonder to myself, how is MSFS 2024 going to be any better than this? Apart from performance, we could do with a bit more of that. In fact, yeah, I am literally coming in here on the downwind. This is going to be an interesting pattern. And base. Wow. I think approach flaps will be enough. So we'll get rid of the checklist now and concentrate on landing. And we'll put the mixed reality on, just so we can see what I'm doing here. Oh, I can feel the wind. I'll light myself a bit there. Here we go. Holding her off. A little bit long. Oh, wow, felt that kick. I love feeling, you know, that when the H2 really jolts you onto the ground, when you've had a, you know, you've got to get it down on the deck, and you just feel the left side or the right side hit first, and that feedback is all in the motion rig. It's insane.
Beechcraft Foxtrot Sierra Golf exit runway when able.
It really is insane. Right, we'll backtrack now. Hope you enjoyed that flight today, guys. I certainly did. In the super high-end Somnium VR1 using mixed reality pass-through, DOF Reality H2, in the super high-end complex black square Piston Duke. And I'm going to say sorry again, by the way, because no doubt every time I say Piston Duke, it's going to pop the mic. Because unfortunately the microphone on this pre-production model has some issues.
Beechcraft Foxtrot Sierra Golf contact ground on 119.7.
Roger that.
119.7 Beechcraft Foxtrot Sierra Golf.
So all the links for the black square Duke will be in the description below. You've got to buy this, guys. It's a no-brainer. It is a sensational add-on. It really is. And that's me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now. Oh, and it still does that thing. The logbook of death. So annoying that is. I hope that MSFS 2024 doesn't do that, because it's really irritating. Welcome to Lugano. Probably said it wrong. But yeah. What a great way to spend a Saturday morning.